Hey, I just wanted to take a moment and talk about this really chilly weather that we've been having lately. All last week, basically the water temps where we were fishing were in the 30s, and some days are really right at 33 degrees. Lots of ice buildup. It was really cold and kind of just abnormally cold for an extended period of time out here in the Northwest. I mean, guys out on the East Coast are probably pretty comfortable and familiar with that. But out here, the water, that's really cold water for steelhead, catching steelhead on the swing. And we managed to catch some fish and we were successful, but it was really a lot of work. And one of the things I noticed is that when it's this cold, it's absolutely imperative that you manage your swing. And that's not only slowing it down, but keeping the dynamics of the swing momentum moving through the run. It's really important when this water is low, clear, and cold. So, when the water's high and it's warmer, you can get away with, a faster swing or, not really managing your swing that much. Throw it out there, hang on. But when the water is cold, especially this cold, it really, really will benefit you to really kind of focus and have a good, careful management of your swing speed. So one of the things I coach people to remember is to try and get that fly at least half the depth of the water. So one of the ways we do that is to dial in the right sink tip. I use what we call the sink tip test to help us get the right depth and the right sink tip. We can also kind of fine tune it by adding, weighted fly or unweighted fly. Some flies sink faster than others. A real sparse fly is going to get down a little better. If you've got a Waddington shank versus a conehead or a tube fly, those are variables that you want to consider that become a lot more important to have dialed in when it comes to really low water and cold water situations. So one of the things that happens when the water is so low, clear, and cold is the current is not as robust as it normally is when the water levels are more average. So that really entails often lightening up your sink tips. We're using a 10-foot T8 a lot of the time last week. There's places where a 10-foot T11 worked fine as well. But carefully matching the sink tips, the flies, to that piece of water that you're fishing. And the other thing that I really find is very important for your success with the swung fly when the water's cold is to, like I said, manage the swing. And what that means is slowing the swing down so that fly can settle in, get deeper, especially early in the swing. So slow it down, give it a good mend and hold, depending on how fast that current is. And then bringing that fly across with a nice, even swing speed. Now, I noticed, some anglers we had last week would make the mend and then they'd kind of come across and they just hold that rod and out at an angle and not kind of continue through. And that line will stall out and your swing momentum goes away, and then it's really easy to snag up. And when the water's low and clear, snagging up your fly, you could be spooking the pool and those fish are gone. So it's really important to keep that swing momentum coming through that piece of water. And then, just really focusing on that, managing your swing. So that's a couple things to consider for when that water is really low, clear, and cold. So good luck out there on the water. Bye for now.